Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's October 25th, 2021. I tonight had a little bit of time with Nooch. He was reading a book for school. I attempted to read best I can. I didn't attend law school. Even when Nucci brings home grammar, have a problem with helping him complete his homework because we didn't have grammar in elementary school in City of New York or in Long Island. I have to think about this. Okay, so this New York City voter guide came in. Now I know it says the records are public, and this is my personal whatever. So now it says they're public, but like if I needed to go research, I would have no idea where in the public one goes to find a board of election. Like, where do they hide this place? But luckily, they were kind enough in the city of New York, with all this other stuff going on. They actually put my answers on the key for me. So this way, redistricting at, like, it says red or ready, and then strict. Now, when I met with ERIK from World Gym, when he took me out on the one date, and then before he disappeared, he referred to himself, he was wearing gingham check on his shirt, and he referred to himself as Strict 9. It made me giggle. I said, I don't know what that means, but that just sounds super important, and he said it was. So I don't know how that ties in together, but I can tell you that this is the year I'm stuck here, and I'm being hurt by, I don't know if that ties into that Morgan State comment from a town hall, but it's certainly, I'm stuck in New York City, and it hurts. I haven't interfered with their elections. I wouldn't even know, I don't even know their process. They made some notations on the inside I was trying to read, but it says something about civil, which for some reason, like, the more I try to think about stuff, I'm like, I thought civilian was what I was supposed to be. But being that there's nothing civil about the nice, or the people who keep falsely imprisoning me and sticking me in a hospital, and then I'm like, I'm reading this thing about this chancellor is picked by the mayor. Oh, so then that means the mayor's guilty already of appointing some people that are advertising all over, while I'm having problems at Red District, and I don't even really know what the repercussions of that means, but I know that I'm so undereducated and so unassuming that I really need some form of Red District council, and I have no idea where to find any of the representatives or where they go. I know that they've made reference, when I was in elementary school, there was something called the Redcoats. They were the British. But I don't know if that's Canada's Mountie, or is that, because the French are supposed to be red, white, and blue, I thought. A little bit of red. The British have the red and the white, little bit of blue. And then there's the Dutch, which has more of like a golden mustardy color, I thought, with a white and a blue. But again, that's just the costumes that the that the television specials, when they do historical reference for colonial Williamsburg type stuff, that's what they put the reenactments or the, I mean, again, I would have said civilians, but then that gets confusing because I think that I think somewhere it's military is only civilians. I don't know. There's nobody to ask. Like, there's no real live veteran, I mean, like, that I can trust. I mean, Lou's not a veteran. Oh, by the way, he's got some 4H or 4F or whatever. He's got a special birth defect that's right in the sternum. It's a caved-in area. It's the most bizarre birth defect. Affects, like, 1 in, like, trillions. I mean, it's like a really weird number of ratio, but he had something specific because it was prelude to specificity daughter in solar anchors and ropes that came or were whatever under attack perhaps before it even began. So I don't know. I don't know who to go for help or, like, where to go, because I only have Lynn and Lou, and it doesn't look like prepared. My grandfather's passed away, and that's my only reach, so I really don't know. They did offer, which I have this, I don't know if this is a public, I mean, how do you know if these things are public or not? And who's allowed to have them? Oh, it says New York City Campaign Finance Board put it out. So, but it has pictures in here of the people running, which was a nice touch, in Technicolor, which is nice, like they have on the television. So there's no, everybody's fully represented. Let's think about this. But like public advocate, mayor, I've heard of. Public advocate, I've never heard of. Not even in passing. Comptroller, again, I've heard the saying, not often, and I couldn't even define it for you without a real definition. I mean, this is, like, I went through New York City's education system, actually New York State's education system, and I wasn't educated on how, not just a city is built, but on how the state built itself. And apparently the New York State has some kind of its own constitution. I didn't even know that. This publication, which I'm getting in Century 20, plus 2 decades, plus 1 year, is really eye-opening. I mean, I've never had access that I'm aware of that looked this genuine. And so I thank whoever put this together. They did a lovely job for somebody who has learning disabilities, in the sense of the English that's presented sometimes as double talk, and it's confusing. And so, but this was put together with pictures and symbols in a really nice manner, and it scares the hell out of me, by the way. Like, the simplistic use of the language has so many, like, legalese traps that I know that the locals use to rush to court and sue each other for all sorts of things. I don't know how it works. I've seen TV shows. It scares the hell out of me. I mean, you want to talk about intimidation? It's intimidating. I don't have a law degree, but I know that everybody walking around is just like a lawsuit waiting to happen, and, like, potentially, like, life frame damaging for someone like me, because it's happened, and I'm stuck in it at the moment, and I don't know how to get out, and I don't have a representative that is free enough. I mean, it's ridiculous. He should be free enough to come speak to me anytime he wants. I don't understand why he's so at a distance, and who's keeping him at a distance, because it sure as hell isn't me. But I mean, again, those are more of my personal rights that are being neglected and interfered with by I don't know whom, some invisible figure, which is what this whole wall is about. It's like I've got this hole in my life of things that I've been denied, but I'm in desperate need of, and I don't know how to ask for them because I don't know what's being withheld. But I know that there are people who are much more versed and more educated than I am and are succeeding in leaps and bounds ahead of me, but I can't rely on them for accurate information. Besides, the people in this manual are like almost like celebrity level in New York City. I wouldn't know how to reach any of these people. And so it's kind of like, I don't know where to go. Besides the fact, it's not like I want to do business with anybody either at this point. I have some real serious issues I have to attend to and find out what's allowable and what's not. I don't even know that much at this point. And it feels like everybody's just letting loose cannons go to see how much they can trip them up in order to get, like, Morgan State credits or something ridiculous like that, which I don't even know what the hell is involved with something like that. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. I'm stuck in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. I ran into a woman again today. I don't want to say I was hunted down, but I'm not saying she has a child, so whatever. Second time I've seen her in the area. She was the one who was wearing an Eddie Bauer shirt, because she calls me the umbrella lady. That's how I recognized her. I have a symbol that she recognizes, and I remember she was kind enough to stop me, or stop and talk on Bell Boulevard once. But again, there's so much visualization traffic, but nobody ever really, like, makes poignant, like an etch in memory. But when she speaks, she has a presence about her, like a spiritual presence about her, that makes her more rememberable for me. And she called me the umbrella lady, and I go, wait a minute, I'm like, are you the one who had the Eddie Bauer t-shirt on that night? And she's like, yes. She says, oh my gosh, you remember me? And I was like, I do. I was like, I don't know, there's just something about whatever. So somehow she found me again in the local park. And that happened today for a full, whatever, in, where I've been for today. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.